only after forcing me to get nasty with them, which I do not like to do. Literally just talking stuff, threatening, talking about legal, talking about fraud, talking about sitting down with with my mom's bank, which is also my bank, and reporting them. Only after that did they finally do the right thing and credit my mom back. Again, it was never supposed to be a credit back. It was supposed to be a replacement TV. Okay. But the TV probably works fine. Again, that's not the point. Any customer at any time, for any reason, has a right to refuse a delivery or to want a replacement. And if I don't want my friggin' shit left out in storms, then that's my prerogative to say no way, especially when it's friggin' expensive electronics. We just got a vacuum. Walmart had it, but why did we get it from Walmart? Because I checked online. I've seen, I'll tell you something. I have seen things be a little discrepancy, like 40, 50, whatever. Kohl's had this fucking Shark Apex Duo Clean, here, vacuum, good one, okay? For $500, and Walmart had it for $314, almost $200. How the fuck is somebody selling something for almost $200 more? That's insanity. I've never seen that. Okay? I have seen discrepancies between department stores like, like Target and Walmart, Kohl's, Bed Bath and Beyond, but not of the $200 variety, right? But regardless, UPS delivered it, not FedEx. And luckily there was no storm. They put it right on the front steps. And again, we're New England, we're Massachusetts. It could be a storm anytime, okay? So it's finally over with. But it took me threatening them, and it took me actually going to the bank. I had gone to the bank. I talked to somebody there, a manager I've known for a long time. And she was so sympathetic. Not only was she sympathetic, she shared her own story and what I had been thinking about doing and said I was going to do. Guys, I said, talked about going in person to Walmart. That was her first thing, but she said it would also, if she said try going in person to Walmart. She says I had a problem with Walmart.com before with manage. I said with managers and there. Yep. And she said I wound up going straight to my local Walmart and getting it straightened out because I got the runaround with them. She understood. She's like, did you have a tracking number that they were going to send the replacement TV? Yep. And I have all this proof and reference numbers and managers' names, so many names. I was at the library yesterday, trying to print out this shit. I didn't actually print it out because there's so many duplicates and I had to figure it out, but I did at least find it all and put it on Word and then get rid of some duplicate shit that was, because every time I write to them, when they write me back, they've included all the other stuff, so it's way too long and it'd be 50, I'm not paying, 20 cents a page, 15 cents a page for, but I did do it all into my Hotmail. At least it's all on one email that I can kind of figure it out and put it on my own WordPad. And then once it's down to reasonable, I can, you know, print it out. But it took me threatening them, as mentioned, fraud, illegal, and whatever. Um, so many names, so much bullshit, ridiculous. And I'm still won't trust it until it happens. But this time I heard from new people from billing, and they did a printout that they showed it was done. But we'll see. But I got peace of mind. I sat down with this person I've known for a long time. Okay, um, she used to be a regular, and now she's moved up into some sort of advanced position. Okay, in any case, I asked her, "Can I talk to you privately?" And she said, "Hey, what's up?" And I found out also if I had gone in person to Walmart and gotten somebody who was a jerk, because you can always get a jerk, even a manager in person, okay? Um, my mom could have sat down and filled out a fraud report. And this woman said to me what I've said to you guys, it is fraud. It is definitely fraud. It's a disputed charge because I have proof that they said they would refund it and they never did. I have tracking numbers. They said they'd send the replacement TV and that was 6 weeks ago and they never did. It's fraud. And like she agreed with me, they don't know that you haven't done what you told them to do with the TV or thrown it away or donated it or whatever. And it's ridiculous. They would never sent the fucking TV. Okay? But in the end, I'm sure that probably is fine. My mom's gonna get it set up, okay? We haven't even opened it. But I went through hell, okay? Hell. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth anything. It was sickening. This manager agreed with me too. I'm like, you know what? I know you know I'm on disability because one time when I needed to have a deposit and I was killing myself trying to make sure so I wouldn't get charged, I had to have one deposit a month or something. She was like, she pointed out, she's like, you know, your check counts, whatever, you don't have to be, but whatever, she probably didn't, it doesn't even matter. I said to her, you know, this is driving me crazy, insane, and I have problems. And, you know, and I said, but a regular person who didn't have problems would be going crazy with this. And I asked her about her thing, and I'm like, you didn't wait 6 weeks, though, did you? She's like, no. I should have, the minute I was getting the runaround 6 weeks ago, I should have got my ass into Walmart. Okay? But thank God, she sat down, she was so nice, and she's like, she got it. And she's like, I could see it was driving you, you know, because you give him the benefit of the doubt, you keep thinking it's going to happen, and then it doesn't. Every single time you think it's over with, it's not. I know. So it should hopefully finally be over with. But if it's not, I at least have recourse. Okay? I have recourse. Two different things. If this doesn't post to my mother's account, which within 5 days, like billing now said, and they even did a printout. See, we've done it manually. They showed it, but it took me threatening them. It's ridiculous. And she agreed with me. She's like, you understand why I wouldn't want to call, right? She's like, oh yeah, you'll be on the phone forever and ever and ever if you called. I did it too via email and got the runaround. But first she started with the phone. And she got the run, and she's like, no, she went straight to her local Walmart and got it taken care of. And I said, I didn't think you could do that because they're two separate, Walmart.com. She's like, yeah, but when it's something like this, you can. Good to know in the future, but this just killed me, like, figuratively speaking. It just was awful. It was awful. Get over here. Omar, it was awful. It was awful. It was like hell. Come here. Living hell. Living hell. But at least I know now I won't ever go through this again in my life. I won't. I will go straight to whatever. This should not have happened. And I said to her, or what I've said to them, like, why can't you just pick up, if the warehouse isn't sending the TV like it's supposed to, why can't a manager pick up? And she goes, you know that, and she agreed with me, she's like, they could, they just don't bother. You're not there in person. It's easier to deal with you and to blow you off. Yeah. Only after the threats came did they finally make something happen for me. I should not have had to go through this shit. Should not have had to go through with it. But I think it's finally over with. I heard back from 2 different people. And one of them wasn't even in billing. One of them was in the customer resolution department, said, I've issued you don't have the authority. The other one's manager said they have to do it through billing, whatever. If my mom gets a refund twice, we'll tell them, you know, you're stupid and you gave the refund twice. I wouldn't think that would happen, but Lord only knows. If they're doing it manually and 2 different people and their wires crossed, I'll tell them. This was a farce and a joke, okay? And if they're stupid enough to refund my mom twice, then that's a farce and a joke. Like, hopefully they won't be that stupid. I'm waiting to see if it goes through at all. but I got I got a thing that showed, see, we've done it manually back to last 4 digits of my mother's bank card. Okay. Hopefully it's over. I did not want to go in person to Walmart. And like I said to her, the manager, I was like, but I'm afraid they might blow me off because it's not, because I'm angry. She's like, well, you have to go and be calm. I know, but it's been 6 weeks. I wasn't like this 6 weeks ago. And I explained to her, even though technically they should have honored it, 6 weeks ago, if they pulled the call, if they knew what that person had told me to do, okay, and they refused to honor and just said, oh, well, he messed up or whatever, I'm sorry, we can't do that, I would have been pissed, but I would have sent the TV back. If they ordered me to send the TV back, but they didn't. I kept getting the runaround promises, and nothing ever happened. It should not have reached this. It shouldn't have reached a point where I don't even want to go on my email. Don't even want to open their emails because I know that it's just going to be bullshit, or I'm not going to hear from them, or I'm going to hear from somebody lower. And I told her, I'm like, you're in like every time the manager will say, if you have any questions or problems, contact me. And you write back, and you get a low person at the very low end. You don't even hear from that same manager. And she's like, I know, because that's what happens. It's all one email, and it's ridiculous. It's a farce and a joke. And I got lucky enough that she was willing to listen to me vent, and she had her own story. She didn't share the story. She just said, yeah, I had to deal with them before, but I refused. Once I realized that even managed, I said, you dealt with the up? And she's like, I went straight to my local Walmart and got it straightened out because it was ridiculous. So she got it. She got it anyway, and she got it on another level. And she said, you try that. I recommend trying that, and if that doesn't work, last resort is you report them for fraud. So we'll see. I think it's finally over with, but I've said this to you weeks ago, and it wasn't. So this fucking better be over with. All right? This is disgusting that this happened to me and my mother in the first place.